All right, folks, you hear it. Monday Night Football ringing in the background. But we got Saturday football, youth football, the best kind of football. Here we are, Suntree Viera versus the Deland Bulldogs. Caleb Brown coming to you live from Viera Regional Park. We will be here all day long. 6U all the way to 14U. 6U Hawks are coached by Coach Todd Bamford. Here we go. As we get set for 6U action, they're bringing them out onto the field. Now, for Bulldog fans out there, I'm going to let you all know right now, I was not given a roster for 6U. They only had one copy, and they gave it to the PA guy. So I'm going to be listening for him to give out names to your players.
All right, everybody, welcome. Got a great football game going on.
Here we go.
Trucks coming today as well, folks. They'll be lining up out there in just a few moments.
As they're getting final preparations for this.
You can enter the raffle from your phone. You can scan the QR codes on the fence around the field or go to Suntree5050.com.
All right. So it's going to be two 20-minute running halves. This is competitive. 6U is officially competitive now, and so we will keep score along with everybody else here at the field. All right, quarterback out of the gun. He's going to take it himself, and there's the quarterback. Cuts back inside. Here he goes downfield, breaking tackles left and right, and a touchdown-saving tackle. That was number 20. Taylor Cass, number 22 for the Deland Bulldogs, with an excellent way to start the game and a touchdown-saving tackle by, I couldn't get the number, Suntree Viera's got the gold jerseys or green jerseys with gold numbers, so it makes it a bit difficult to see those numbers. So, first and goal, I believe. Yes, first and goal for Deland. Quarterback out of the gun, and we got some movement. The Hawks jump first. And it'll be half the distance to the goal. So, first and goal for the Bulldogs. Now,
green and gold. The Bulldogs are in the white and black slacks. First and goal for the Dogs.
First and goal. Can Deland finish off the drive? That was, I believe the name was Tyler Cass.
And a little pressure coming in, and he is taken down.
And the Hawks defense stiffens up there on first down. Second and goal. Tyler Cass with an excellent 30-yard run. Osiris Parquette on that tackle for the Suntree Viera Hawks. Quarterback tries to make another go at it, and this time the Hawks are ready down in the red zone. Third and goal for the Deland Bulldogs. Again, this all set up by Tyler Cass. 30-yard run in which he was breaking tackles left and right, giving out stiff arms like you give out Christmas presents.
catch them live on Facebook.
And that's a false start on everybody but the center. Everyone was ready to go, but the center wasn't ready.
Folks, if you're interested in raising money for the Viera Hawks, for the new stadium and bleachers, text bleachers to 44321 and donate today.
So here we go now. 6:16 left to go here on this opening drive for the Bulldogs. Quarterback out there directing his crew like Tom Brady. But with the athleticism of Michael Vick, making people miss left and right, cuts back inside. He's reversing field, cuts back into the end zone. The quarterback, Tyler Cass. Touchdown, Deland. Check that, Baylor Haas. The quarterback's name is Baylor Haas. I'm having to go off the PA guy. I do not have a roster in front of me, but Baylor Haas with a 30-yard run to set up the red zone opportunity, and then Baylor Haas gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Great drive here.
I'd like to ask everyone to please refrain from standing at the fence line. You'll have to step back from the fence line. This order comes from the top. And the extra point is...
Extra point is no good.
So that's going to... I take that back. I said hands up. So the extra point is no good. The Dogs strike first, 6-0.
So the Deland Bulldogs take the scoreboard 6-0. Great opening drive. Baylor Haas, a 30-yard run to set him up inside, set him up at the 10-yard line. They get the offsides penalty, and then from that offsides penalty, Baylor Haas. Baylor. Get it right, Caleb. Come on now. Baylor Haas gets into the end zone. It was the Baylor Haas drive for Deland, but now here come the Suntree Viera Hawks. 14 minutes left to go here in half number one. I believe that's number 19, Gavin Weiss. Hands it off to the deep back, number 9, and he makes a couple men miss. Spin move. Whoop! And there he goes again, reversing field. He's got open field. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Suntree Viera. Number 9, Brandon Warner. We are now tied up, pending the extra point, 6-6. Brandon Warner with the touchdown. What an answer. As the Hawks line up to go for the point after. Gavin Weiss. Weiss gives it off to Warner, and there was a miscommunication there on the handoff. The Deland Bulldogs capitalize, and we are all tied up 6-6 right here on the Brevard Sports Network live from Viera Regional Park. And talk about an explosive start. Baylor Haas with a 30-yard run and then puts it in the end zone. Brandon Warner for the Suntree Viera Hawks said, anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. All right, I promise I'm done singing. I apologize for whatever damages, emotional or physical, I just did with my singing, but I'm not held responsible, so.
All right, and the Dogs back up in control of the ball at the 40-yard line. First and 10 going the other way.
So the Bulldogs take over on their second possession, and Baylor Haas again. Wow, what a saving tackle. First one there on the scene, number 7. Check that, number 17, Joseph Nawalk. He got just enough of the leg to trip up Baylor Haas. Because if he doesn't, it looked like Haas was going to be off to the races. He's got that type of speed, folks. And Haas again. Haas to the sideline, cuts back inside, and eventually shoved out of bounds. But it will be enough for a Bulldogs first down. Is it Taylor or Baylor? Baylor with a B? Okay, thank you. Baylor Haas says, Coach, put the team on my back and watch me carry us to the promised land. First and 10 from the 30-yard line. Referees and everyone's making sure they... Handoff, and the Hawks defense swarms in. That'll be number 9, Brandon Warner on the tackle. He was the first one to make contact, and then his teammates came to clean it all up. 8.5 left to go here in half number 1. If you're new to 6U, 6U is 2 running minute halves. We are tied up 6-6. Second drive here for Deland. Brandon Warner and Baylor Haas, your 2 touchdown scorers for Deland and Viera. And Haas again. Haas trying to get to the outside, cuts back in, and ball on the ground. Little miscommunication on referees getting the football from the players. Third down for the Bulldogs. It's third and about 13. But we've seen Baylor Haas's ability to just one step, boom, gone. Can he pull the wizardry out here? Or does someone step up? And the Viera Hawks said, we don't care who has the ball. They are going to sit down right there. And the Suntree Viera Hawks force a fourth down. Fourth and about Vero Beach. And as music plays, I'm actually gonna turn down my mic a bit because I don't want to catch that music there. Hopefully still loud enough where you all can hear me, but I'm just trying to block out some of this music. I don't want Facebook to get up in arms with, the copyright and all that. I'm really not trying to deal with that today. Because we got great football, and that's what we need to focus on. College, you can kind of keep an eye on that scoreboard, fine, whatever. But this is where you need to be. Suntree Viera versus the Suntree Viera Hawks versus the Deland Bulldogs. All day, 6U all the way up to 14U. Brevard Sports Network will be here all day. Baylor Haas will be brought down, and it will be a turnover on downs. Great job there by that Hawks defense. You said someone else is going to have to make something happen because we are not going to let Baylor Haas burn us for 30 yards again. Osiris Parquette on the tackle for the Hawks, and it's a turnover on downs. We are all tied up 6-6 with going just under 5.5 left to go here in half number 1 as the Hawks take the field. Gavin Weiss, the quarterback for the 6U Hawks. He'll go under center. Warner, Warner, the up back. And they're going to give it to a new back for the first time this game. He's getting stretched to the outside. Cuts down the sideline. He is gone. Touchdown, Suntree Viera. Osiris Parquette this time says he just took it to the house. Let me collect my check. And as I make that touchdown call, there was laundry on the field. And I did not bring my Tide stick. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. All right, so we're going to try this again. There was a holding call, which the hold might have been what sprung Parquette loose. So Gavin Weiss going to try this again. And he's going to hand off. It's going to be Osiris Parquette, who will pick up a gain of about, what? I'm like, wait, why is that yard marker moving? He got maybe 4 or 5 yards on the play. Look, it's early in the morning for everybody here, including the chain crew. It's a small formation bunched up. And there's a flag on the play. False start on Suntree Viera. That'll back him up 5 yards. It's now 2nd and 10. 6-6 is the score. Coming up with 2.5 minutes left to go here in half number 1. And Weiss looking for some running room, cuts back inside. He's found a hole and finally wrapped up by a pack of Bulldogs. He will pick up about 12 yards on the play, and that'll be enough for a Suntree Viera Hawks first down. So 1st and 10 from the 22, looks like. Zoom in a little bit for you. So Weiss hands it up to Parquette. Parquette near side, down the sideline, and finally shoved out of bounds. The ball is on the ground, but they're going to say he was down by contact. You had the whole Deland sideline jumping up and down. They thought they had it. Is the other side there. Parquette gets inside the 10-yard line, and it's 1st and goal for Suntree Viera. As now there is an injured Bulldog on the play, or injured Hawk. Brevard Sports Network policy, we don't show injuries, we don't speculate. I'm not a doctor, and I did not stay in at a Holiday Inn Express last night. Nor did I drink Dr. Pepper. Young man got up, walked off under his own power. And the Hawks are going to take a timeout. I want to talk about this one here on 1st and goal. 15 seconds left in the half. We are all tied up, 6-6. And so, while we have a moment here, let's talk about some of the great sponsors that help the Brevard Sports Network do what we do. Best Private Investigations. Best Private Investigations specializes in many types of investigative services, including background checks, asset and fraudulent cryptocurrency recovery, civil and criminal cases, cheating spouses, child custody, fraud recovery, identity theft, cybersecurity, surveillance and tracking, executive protection, and missing persons. If you need help, don't settle. Go for the best private investigation services you can get. Again, I'd like to thank... Oh, wow. Quick snap. And Parquette will be brought down in the backfield. Baylor Haas not only runs the football, he can sure tackle, because that was a nice tackle in the backfield. All right, here we go. 2 seconds left. They're going to give Suntree Viera one more play before halftime. And Weiss going to follow his blocker. And he will be denied the end zone. So we head into halftime, all tied up, 6-6. Right here live from Viera Regional Park. Coming up here at halftime, absolutely wrong. I was wrong on that. If the cheerleaders come out and do the performance, here's what we'll do. We will unplug. We'll unplug and allow you to listen to the cheerleaders do their cheers, because we believe the cheerleaders are athletes too, and they deserve attention. So again, if the cheerleaders come out and do their cheers, we will show them to you and unplug so you can hear their cheers right here on the Brevard Sports Network. We are at halftime, 6-6, right here on the Brevard Sports Network. All right, just to answer a comment that said they need to hear the cheers. The cheerleaders have not come out and done their hello halftime hello cheers. They've stayed on their sideline and they have just kind of been doing a little practice and whatnot. So, and unfortunately, where they're at on the sideline, I can't show them without there being a giant bar in the way, or else I totally would, and I do apologize. But for every game, if the cheerleaders come out to midfield and do their hello cheers at midfield, I will unplug, and that way you'll be able to hear them do their hello cheers because, as we say here on the Brevard Sports Network, cheerleaders are just as much of athletes as anybody else. Matter of fact, I would almost argue, in a lot of cases, more. Because you don't see football players go flying through the air. All right. Coming back in about 2 minutes, we will have second half action right here on the Brevard Sports Network. All right, here we go. Second half action getting set to start right here on the Brevard Sports Network. Deland Bulldogs and the Suntree Viera Hawks. And so here we go. 20 minutes on the clock. Here we go. First and 10 from the 40-yard line. Suntree Viera Hawks will get first possession of the second half as the Bulldogs. The two touchdowns, one by Baylor Haas for the Deland Bulldogs and Brandon Warner for Suntree Viera. And this one's to Parquette, who hands it off to Warner. Warner on the reverse. He's got all the room in the world. One man to beat down the sideline into the end zone. Touchdown, Suntree Viera on the double reverse. Brandon Warner with his second touchdown of the day. And the Hawks take a 12-6 lead with pending the extra point. Brandon Warner, 40 yards. Said, I'm making a house call right here. That touchdown was brought to you by Kendall Signs. And Parquet. So they tried the same end around except without the reverse here. So they tried one end around without the reverse with Parquet. The Bulldogs said, no, we're not going to fall for that trick. So it's still 12-6. Suntree Viera on top with 18 minutes left to go. So in about 2 minutes, first play of the drive, 2 minutes into the first half, Suntree Viera pulls something out of the bag of tricks and take it to the house 40 yards for the touchdown. Brandon Warner. So here come the Deland Bulldogs. Now remember, for the Deland Bulldogs, Baylor Haas, first play of the game, took it 30 yards to the 10-yard line, and then eventually at the end of that drive, finishing it off, getting into the end zone. There's the snap. And there's a fumble on the play. So the center, and look, this is 6U. Okay, let's it's competitive, yes, but it's still 6U. You're learning about the game of football, and sometimes things happen. Center that time was so eager to block that the ball was never snapped. And Haas again finds some daylight, cuts up the middle. Coming near side. Oh, cuts back again. Breaking tackles left and right. Little whoop. Little Chris Berman impression. And he will pick up 22 yards on the play. 1st and 10. Check that, 24. 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. Coming up on 16 minutes left to go here in half number 2. Haas now under center. Haas with the handoff. He fakes the handoff, cuts right upfield, and pulling. He was dragging defenders as they were holding onto his jersey. And he'll pick up enough for a Bulldog first down. Are they going to mark him a first down? No, just short. Picked up a gain of 9 yards, 9.5. And so it is 2nd and inches here. The Bulldogs. Baylor Haas making all sorts of plays. 12-6. But the Bulldogs are knocking at the door with 15 minutes left to go here in half number 2. Haas out of the gun. Haas, the snap never got to him fully. He had to bend down and grab it. When he looked up, there was a Mack truck that ran into him. So it's now 3rd down. Go from 2nd and inches. It's now 3rd and 3. It is Salute the Patriots weekend here at Viera Regional Park. The Haas tries to get outside, cuts back in, says, I found me a hole. And as quickly as that hole opened up, he was brought down there by number 2. Liam Harita on the tackle there. And look, you need to tackle this kid quick because we've seen it. If he gets the slightest amount of space, that first tackle he breaks, he goes on a spree of breaking at least 2 or 3 after the initial contact. Haas is going to take it right over tackle. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor Haas. Touchdown, Deland Bulldogs. He took it off that left tackle side. He looked like he was going to go outside the tackle. Finds the cutback lane, cuts right back into the end zone. Great. This Baylor Haas is quite an athlete. He's already got a fan in me. And we're all tied up 12-12 with 12 minutes left to go, 12 and a half minutes left to go here in half number 2 of the 6U game. What's going to happen here? Point after. Haas tries to get the outside, and he has met a great tackle. Joseph Nawak on the tackle for Suntree Viera. All right, so with 11:48 left to go here in half number 2, we are all tied up 12-12. These next 11 minutes, 48 seconds will decide what happens. Now remember, on the last Hawks drive, first play out of the half, there was a double reverse in which Gavin Weiss handed off to Mr. Parquette, to which handed off to Mr. Warner, and Mr. Warner said, I got places to be. Warner lines his team up in the I formation. There's the snap. And there's number 6. And he'll have a first down and then some. A gain of about 15 yards on the play. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. The ball carrier, Aiden Sanders. So 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. And that's going to be a flag, false start on the Hawks. All right, so however this game ends, here's how I will do it. I'm going to log off. At the end of this game, I'm going to log off and get reset to do the next game, I believe it's the 8U game. Though I did hear the PA announcer say the 10U was next. I don't know if we're doing a different order, what the scenario is. But whatever the next game is, we will be live right back here on the Brevard Sports Network. Give me a chance to charge up the equipment a little bit. And there's the handoff to Aiden Sanders. Sanders breaking free. Sanders down the sideline. And brought down from behind. Good pursuit. Kyler Ellis with a touchdown saving tackle. Great pursuit and rundown. Check that, and that was Brandon Warner was the ball carrier. Again, these green and gold numbers are a bit, or they're green uniforms with gold numbers. Makes it a little difficult to read sometimes from afar. Bulldogs uniforms are easy. They're all white with the black numbers. Read those from a mile away. Weiss under center. He's going to hand it off to Parquette. Parquette to the end zone. Touchdown, Suntree Viera. And they take the lead with 8:50 left to go here in half number 2. Osiris Parquette with the touchdown. Now, some of you from Deland might be sitting there saying, well, this guy sounds like a homer. He's getting really, really excited when Suntree Viera scores. Well, we are the Brevard Sports Network, and we like to call a good game for both squads. And there's Warner making people miss left and right into the end zone for the point after. Could that be the providing factor? That's the first conversion we've had on the point after touchdown. Well, I say conversion, but there was some laundry on the field. There is an injured Bulldog on the field. We do not show injuries. He's picked up and walking under his own power. He's good. But again, some of you might be saying, wow, this guy sounds like a real homer. Well, we are the Brevard Sports Network, and we would ultimately love to see Suntree Viera win. However, we try to call a great game for both squads. Look, I'm a fan of Baylor Haas. The plays he's made 2 touchdowns, and Aiden Sanders tripped up, and there's a flag on the play. Holding on the Hawks. That penalty is declined, and no conversion. Conversion is no good, but the Hawks get on the board with 18-12 left to go, or 18-12. 6:55 left to go here in half number 2. So Deland's got to respond here. But again, like I said, I'm a huge fan of Baylor Haas. This young man has impressed me here today. I mean, and it's not just, well, Caleb, the way he ran the ball and knew cutback lanes and gave strong stiff arms, different things like that impressed me about him today. He didn't just, oh, hey, look, there's a hole. It looks like it's going to close. I'm just going to run to it. He would run to it, almost stop, almost as if he expected that cutback lane, and boom, cutback to the end, to the end zone, or boom, cutback. There's another 15 yards he picks up from that one cutback. Again, coming up after this game will be the 8U. I'll log off. And Baylor Haas again to the outside. Makes a man miss. Can't escape the second tackler. Oh, he hasn't gone down yet. And finally brought down by number 12, Cade Forrester. Second and 5. That was a 5-yard gain, but I'll tell you what, he did not want to go down. Literally, a Suntree Viera Hawk was holding his jersey, waiting for his teammate Forrester to come finish him off.
Well, folks, Dr. Neil Sorrell says we've got a little bit of rain in our forecast today, as you can see, but the cloud cover may keep us just subdued enough to keep the heat down.
And there's going to be a false start penalty. What are you doing? Well, coach, you said play to the whistle, and I didn't hear no whistle, so I kept I kept going. And by the way, to anyone watching, family members who may want to cut and use any footage from any of today's broadcast, feel free to do so. We don't charge anything if the family of Mr. Haas want to cut out his touchdowns, and feel free to use whatever footage you want. We're not the NFL. We're not going to come after you for using our footage. Second down, and here comes Mr. Haas. Mr. Haas cuts back inside. He's found open room. He's got one man to beat. He is gone. Baylor Haas. Touchdown, no flags. And we are all tied up at 18 with 4 minutes left to go here in half number 2. And just like that, you saw what I meant. It was a stretch play trying to get around to the outside. What happened? He saw the cutback lane, boom, and he stuck with that cutback. The only time he made one more lateral move was to juke out the safety back there. And then as soon as he got that, he ran forward. He got north to the end zone. Great play. Now here comes the all-important point conversion. Point after touchdown here, 18-18. Coming up on 3.5 minutes left to go here in the game. No extra point. So right now we're tied. And so here we go, folks. This could be the game right here. Number 18 on this stop for the Hawks. Check that at number 16, Jarek Lopez on the tackle. Coming up after this game, again, I'm going to shut down, get the phone all set up for the next broadcast, and we will be back live right here on the Brevard Sports Network. All day, we have all of the action. Weiss under center. He's got one back. Who is making people miss, dragging some defenders, gets about 4 or 5 yards on the play. 3 minutes left to go here in the game. Okay. How you doing? Staying busy. Yeah. Hey, come on now, huh? I love watching my guy play. All right. 2.5 minutes left to go. It is second down. And there's a handoff. Number 17 on the carry, Joseph Nawak. Check that, number 13. Nazir McDonald was the ball carrier. 3rd and a foot. 1 minute and 40 seconds and counting left here in the game. Can the Hawks make the drive? Weiss is going to take it on his own. And Weiss picks up the first down. For now on the 26 or 27 yard line. 26 yards to glory. If you're the Hawks. If you're the Deland Bulldogs defense, got to make something happen here to at least keep the tie. There's the handoff and gets to the outside. He's down the sideline. Pushed out of bounds. Tyler Ellis shoves the back out of bounds. Timeout called by the Viera Hawks with 40 seconds left. We are all tied up 18-18, but the Hawks are knocking at the door with 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. The Hawks already found their play. That coming out of the timeout, they were already lined up, ready to go. Coach comes out to give them their water. Shot of H2O. Here we go. Deep back is number 5. Number 10, the ball carrier, Raymer Williams. And the clock continues to tick. We are approaching 20 seconds left in the game. Can the Bulldogs defense remain tough, or can the Suntree Viera Hawks punch it in the end zone? 17 seconds. They have time for maybe 1 or 2 last plays. Handoff. Cut to the outside. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawks, and that should seal the deal. Aiden Sanders. 24-18. Look, this has been a fantastic game. Now, they did stop the clock with 5 seconds. The officials have stopped the clock, so I don't know if we're going to give Deland one more play or how that's going to work. I guess we'll have to see. But Aiden Sanders into the end zone, and he'll get the point after. 25-18. And the Bulldogs, it looks like they're going to give the Bulldogs one final play. Now, look, again, I sound like a broken record, but Baylor Haas, to open the game, took it 30 yards by himself. and he only tripped on the ground and someone tackled him from behind. So he has that big play capability. He has the ability to score the touchdown here. Don't go anywhere, folks. You never know. Youth football is something special. Here we go. 1st and 40, Haas. And a false start. 2 seconds have run off the clock. Clock is stopped. They're going to give Deland the opportunity that they've stopped the clock. So Deland is getting the opportunity here in the 6U game. Haas trying to get to the outside. He turns the corner, makes a man miss, and a game-saving tackle. And that will do it, folks. But look, great job by both squads here. Fantastic game. It's been an honor to call it. 6U action. The Suntree Viera Hawks take the 25-18 victory. All touchdowns for Deland scored by Baylor Haas. Touchdown scored for Suntree Viera. Aiden Sanders with the game-sealing touchdown. Mr. Parquette with the second touchdown, and 2 touchdowns scored by Brandon Warner. Thank you for tuning into the Brevard Sports Network. I'm just going to log off, get set for 8U action right here. We will be back right here on this Facebook page, here on the Brevard Sports Network, all day long. Coming up next, 10U.